Chuck was working in a small internal medicine practice. We had heard that he was looking to join a cardiology practice. And as soon as we got the news, we tried as hard as we could to get him to join.
I met Chuck about 26, 27 years ago when I came down from a job interview to Chuck's practice, which was a 5-man cardiology practice. And I came from New York, and I left the practice thinking on what a great guy Chuck was.
When I came to Lourdes, I had come from a good medical school at Georgetown and a great internship and residency at Honoree and some cardiology at Indiana, and I really thought I was prepared. But when I came here, the caliber of doctors that I saw was astounding. And I was really inspired to try to keep up and be worthy of practicing alongside of these docs.
Chuck not only is a good cardiologist, but he always tried to stay ahead of the curve by looking at alternative medicine, new therapies, and he would always discuss those with me.
When Chuck talks to you, he talks to you like there's no one else around. And you really feel that he's very interested in what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you're saying. It just feels like he's interested in everything.
The one piece of advice that Chuck has given me that's always stuck in my head is that always care for your patients like they're your family.
He taught me so much cardiology in the real world that couldn't be learned from a lecture or a book. But beyond that, he gave me so much advice on being a better person, being the kind of person you would want to be with, someone you'd want to work with.
I was working so hard, doing so much that it was just tough to do. I spoke to Chuck about it, and he advised me to slow down a little bit, to cut down my workload. And he said you would actually wind up enjoying it much more.
Any question I had, he always answered. He wasn't only a friend, but he was also somebody who you kind of tried to emulate.
I think that Chuck Lisa will be remembered as an iconic, almost legendary cardiologist in the South Jersey area.
Chuck will be remembered in my mind and how he took care of his patients.
As Chuck Lisa started to slow down in his practice, a lot of the patients that he used to take care of came to me. And I really learned what a good physician he was. I mean, he had all these patients with all these medical problems, and you know, his patients completely loved him. They knew everything about him. They knew about his personal life, about his professional life, and they always talked about him. Half the patient visits were mostly talking about Chuck Lisa.
I think there are a number of facets that can go into being the Lourdes physician, somebody that exemplifies the Lourdes mission. The first is the ability to relate to patients. But there's more to it, and that's communication. And he would be able to get to whatever level was necessary to convince or to discuss it with the patient so that they understood it.
He mentored and taught so many other young cardiologists that I think that his legacy will live on.
It really didn't matter what walk of life he went into, what career path he chose. He would have got some kind of award like this. To have received it from Lourdes, where he started his career, and to have been nominated, so to speak, by his peers, was so appropriate. And I'm so happy for him that, that everyone has recognized something that I've known for a very long time.